Welcome to the Global Gaming Business Podcast, the industry's first and longest running podcast, now in our 17th year. I'm Roger Gross, the publisher of GGB, and this week's podcast features a discussion with Richard Veltri, the COO, and Rob Lekites, the Vice President of GAN Sports, on how the company is rapidly gearing up with a unique sports betting platform. This week's program is brought to you by Konami Gaming. Later in the show, we're talking about a Konami creation that keeps reaching more and more properties year after year. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Global Gaming Business Podcast. My guests today are Richard Veltri, the Chief Operating Officer for GAN Sports, and Rob Lekites, the VP for GAN Sports. Guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. It's good to see you.
Good to be with you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here. Thank you.
So, we've been following GAN since before online gaming was legal in the U.S. We spoke with Dermot a few weeks ago, and he's real excited about what's going on, and he was very excited about the Coolbets acquisition. So let's start with some background from both of you. Richard, why don't you start? Since you were with Coolbets when it was founded, and then you've been picked up by GAN now, and so give us some of your background in the sports betting field.
Absolutely. So I've been within the sports betting industry since 2016 when I joined Coolbet as the head of project management, and really the platform had been built only a year ago, so it was quite in its infancy, and we were live in 3 markets. From there on, it's been quite a journey to continue to build the proprietary sportsbook platform to where it is today.
Sure. And Rob, how about you? What kind of background did you bring to GAN?
I came from Churchill Downs, where I was with Twin Spires and ran their retail sports betting division and launched multiple sports books and saw obviously tremendous growth, and then joined GAN in April of this year.
Great. Well, it's a great company, and I see great things on the horizon. So let's start with what is GAN Sports, and what was the reason for it being founded?
Essentially, GAN has prior to having GAN Sports, really had its tentacles in a bunch of different divisions within the iGaming space. Where I'll call it the PAM, the casino side, and on a simulated gaming side as well, and the RGS. And one of the areas, really the only area that was missing, was the sports piece, where we could essentially offer a full enterprise solution to our existing customers and future customers. So that kind of completed the entire puzzle for GAN to be able to really compete in the space. Okay.
And what makes this different from any other sportsbook, Richard, sportsbook platform?
So really, GAN Sports effectively has been really built on the proven success of Coolbet to deliver market-leading results in highly competitive B2C markets. And the opportunity that GAN Sports provides to operators is to launch a market-leading sportsbook product while also taking advantage of customization and also the network or cost effects to leading to a higher probability of success down the line. And when we speak of the customization, then we're not only speaking about the front end or the design of things, but we're really talking about the customization of the odds to differentiate yourself and also to have really control of the events that you're offering, as well as the bonuses and all the retention tools that go with the sportsbook.
So how does the platform differ, however, from some of the other platforms out there in terms of what you offer to the customers?
So to give an example, we can create any events globally, from TV entertainment and events, and to offer odds there, or to any player special market types on demand. Given that notion, then of course we can price them up as the client wishes. So you can really differentiate yourself as in terms of having a unique product offering, or to let's say lower the margin on a given market type or an event to really stand out neck to neck to your direct competitors. And down the line, when we speak of the success of Coolbet, that the technology has been powering all these years, has really been the proprietary sportsbook, and to offer something exciting, something different, and a higher price down the line to the customers. And we see that the customer behavior is changing; they are becoming more price sensitive. So you really have to have that edge to really win their loyalty over.
Sure.
Yeah. I also add to that the newness of the technology powering GAN Sports, and ultimately what came from Coolbet, is a young technology, and we have the flexibility to adapt much more so than our competitors in the space, which are really working off of technologically. I mean, really much older technology. I mean, quite frankly, maybe be ancient for that matter.
Sure.
It's been around forever, so we're in a strong position there to take advantage of that.
Okay. So, Rob, I heard some really good things that came out of G2E. I know your booth was busy the entire time. What has been the response to GAN Sports thus far?
It has been overwhelming. We knew we had something good going into it. I think we were all very, very excited with what the team had done and had put together. The response has actually has exceeded our expectations, quite frankly. We've had customers come to us and say, we didn't think it was going to look this good. We had no idea it was going to be this great. We want to have another look. Or we've even had some say, look, we want to reopen up an RFP process because we want to have you guys have a crack at it. So it's been overwhelming.
Okay. So most of the sportsbook apps kind of look and feel the same way. Or how does the GAN Sports app look and feel different than some of the others that are out there right now?
So, I mean, first of all, we offer full customization, so you can really craft how your sports tree will look like. You can have match of the day or game of the day in the middle of the screen. And to give you an example, we have these little nifty elements, such as choosing your totals lines right from the lobby. You don't have to go to more wagers. You can choose your lines with a drop down arrow right from the sports main lobby. And in other areas, it's just super fast. It's built on modern technology, on microservices, and we constantly keep it up to date. We constantly refine it, and really the customer can have and over time can continue to change how their brand looks and also feels.
Sure. So does it respond to like the players' patterns, betting patterns, for example? You just mentioned totals. So let's say somebody bets totals more than they bet either side. Would that come through then? Before some other part of the bet would come through?
It does. So the sports lobby is built on, there are different criteria that go into it, but effectively it responds to your past betting preference, but also the users that are closest to be like you in terms of profiling, as well as also people nearby you, let's say your nearby state or town. So it all takes all of this information into consideration and constantly proposes you according to that, and then continues to refine as you make your selections.
Sure. And I'm assuming it'll steer you to your favorite sports and that kind of thing as well.
Yes, but also give you sort of opportunity to find something new that you might be also interested in.
Okay.
Yeah, like suggested wagers, for example. If you place a money line wager, it's going to suggest a spread bet, and if you place a wager on the Dodgers, it's going to it may suggest a different wager on the Dodgers, for example.
Sure. Okay.
And over time, there's a system. You get smarter. It does provide those more specific suggestions.
Sure. Now, what's the timeline for the launch here?
Q1.
Okay. So I guess after the Super Bowl then, huh?
Yeah, Dermot's he's come out and said that. So we're Q1. That's when we're
launching. Okay. So what does it look like? You said you had some great response to G2E. I mean, once it does launch, how many customers are you expecting to jump on right away?
Yeah, obviously with the news that we signed a very large agreement with Redrock casinos stations, right, to power their sports book. That process in Nevada is a long process. So There'll be others that we're hoping to launch soon. We don't want to be in a position where we're over promising and under delivering.
Sure.
We are in the process now of prioritizing that we have existing customers that we want to satisfy, we want to make happy first and foremost. But we're not going to jump in full speed. We want to make sure we do it right the first time.
Right.
And so we expect a handful of customers in the first in 2022.
Okay.
And obviously ramp that up going into 2023 and beyond. But
sure.
It'll be aggressive, but it will be very achievable on our end.
Okay. So the Redrock deal was a pretty big one for you, and I know Art Manteris pretty well, and I kept on bugging him about his app, and it wasn't up to speed for the most part, and I know he agreed. But so they've obviously been looking for a while. Why did they settle on GAN?
It's been a long process, and we've been going through workshops and the nitty-gritty details of really the specifics of what Redrock is really looking after. Not only what is customer facing, but obviously Redrock takes quite a pride in terms of their pricing and their trading strategy. So another unique component that we bring to the table right from the get-go is the capability for an operator to really utilize our tools via their own in-house trading team. And it's a tremendous compliment for the GAN team that we were chosen to meet those standards really, and even more so as we're looking to complement their in-house trading team technology as well.
Sure. Well,
and that combined with the unified platform, right now, I mean, as you mentioned, the app for Station. Look, I went through the registration process. It's not fun. And there's some limitations to what they have right now that we're able to provide to kind of unify that. That's going to make the user experience a lot more friendly, and it's also going to free up resources on their end that can worry about getting customers inside the casino doors instead of fixing customer issues on the app.
Sure.
Konami's award-winning Synchros is the casino management system of choice for some of the industry's most innovative operators. Many have chosen Synchros in recent years. Operators like Rivers Casino in Pennsylvania and New York, Desert Diamond Casino in Arizona, Golden Entertainment, 10 casinos across the U.S., Carnival Corporation and Norwegian Cruise Lines, Las Vegas' newest strip mega resort, Resorts World Las Vegas, and it was selected by the nation's largest casino on the West Coast with over 6,500 slot machines and an amazing new resort hotel. To start speaking with the Konami team about Synchros and why so many casinos are choosing it, visit konamigaming.com/connect.
Well, one of the things Art told me about, his observation of all the gaming apps on there is that, sometimes they're really complicated. He said the role of an app is to take a bet and pay a bet. So I'm assuming that has satisfied his, even though he wasn't the decision maker. He's been gone for a while now, but I'm sure it's easy to make a bet and collect on the bet if you win.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's all about the easiness and the speed.
Right.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So obviously you got a lot of bells and whistles. So what are they looking for when they come to GAN in terms of differentiating themselves from their competition?
Well, really everything from customization, but also to the depth and width of the product offering. And of course, the different retention elements as well. One of the elements that we bring to the market is something that we call incoming bets, where you actually see all the bets coming in from all your customers, and you see details of the event that they're betting on, the stake, the potential win. And you can just simply also segment between a parlay or single or round robin, let's say, and you can just simply copy the ticket and make the same bet, for instance.
So it's a very competitive field now. I mean, we just did a story on New Jersey landscape and Colorado. I mean, there's a lot of apps out there. So how are you going to differentiate your customers from all those other apps?
I think Richard had mentioned really is, look, everybody can offer a money line spread total, right? But we have to get you have to be innovative in the user experience, and so I think our user experience will be differentiated. And when I say user experience, that's from registering, depositing, wagering, the different wagers that are available to you, how that's presented, and then how you are retained as a customer, and that the ability for the system to allow the marketing team to properly segment and target those customers and retain those customers. That is a huge differentiator for us, is that the flexibility of the system for an operator to really have a full suite of tools at their fingertips, that they don't have to keep bouncing between multiple essentially platforms. It's all on a unified platform, really. So that is a big differentiator. It's going to come down to, for customers, there's brand loyalty, right?
Sure. Right.
And we're a white label solution. So we are giving the brands the tools to go out and create and offer their customers the best sportsbook possible. So we do our part as providing the solution and all the tools,
right?
The tool chest, and part of those tools is giving the casino brand the tools to go out and continue to grow and their brand.
Okay. So Richard, Dermot told me that in the U.S. it's going to be a B2B play here for GAN Sports, but in Europe you've got a few B2C operations. How have you been able to streamline what you're doing by actually being the operator there, being the one who's actually interacting with the customer?
Absolutely. I mean, down the line, it's a huge benefit having the experience outside of the US and really tweaking the product and seeing how the customers react and grabbing the market share. Sure. in all those markets globally, and leading now to the phase where the US continues to open up, and I think if we would have looked 3 years back, we wouldn't have been ready for this. Right. But the timing is really perfect, and we're just very grateful and excited to bring a superior product to the market and continue to roll out.
Sure. Rob, GAN's got a lot of customers in the social gaming field as well as in the real money gaming field. So are you going to be able to cross-sell this to the customers that you're already serving? And is it all on one platform? They can just go from the real money gambling, the casino gambling to sports betting?
Absolutely. So when we go into a market where iGaming is not legal, for example, in California, right? We have a lot of social gaming customers in California. We're continuing to grow that customer base there. That is a natural transition for that player to transition from social casino to so now they're building their customer base, right? The brand is building a digital customer base that's not just in their DMA, right? Now they get to target their customers not only within the state, but even outside of the state. So now they have the ability to, when the state goes live for sports, they can target those customers. There's going to be a lot of crossover from social gaming to sports, and especially from the social gaming into casino. So yeah, we have the ability to really kind of, how I like to kind of describe it is, you build that social gaming site, you get the digital brand out there, and then once sports comes, we flip that switch. Once iCasino comes, we flip that switch. And there's a lot of crossover. So, we are really going to leverage. That's why our customers are very important to us, whether they're social gaming customers or iCasino or sports, whatever it is, because there is an opportunity for us to leverage those relationships and continue to build on them when sports becomes regulated, or when opportunities present themselves for us for replacement business, which is out there right now.
Sure. Okay. So there's a lot of consolidation going on in the market now, and I'm sure it's going to continue. I mean, we're seeing DraftKings by Golden Nugget, and the Entain acquisition possibilities out there. So is this an opportunity for you, or is it a concern? in terms of how you're going to sell your product.
That's absolutely an opportunity.
Yeah,
we're not concerned about it. We're just plugging along, and we're not letting the noise get in the way.
Okay, great. Well, guys, I'm excited to see it when it launches. I'm hearing so many good things about it, and congratulations on getting such a great early response here. And let's get together again once it's launched and hear some real feedback on what the customers are saying.
Let's do it. Agreed. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Konami Gaming. Head to KonamiGaming.com/connect to start speaking with Konami's top Synchros representatives about your 2022 technology goals. To learn more about the technology that drives sports betting in North America and around the world, visit GGBmagazine.com. To get all the news of the gaming industry delivered to your desktop every Monday morning, sign up at GGBnews.com and use the coupon code GGB180 for a free subscription. Don't miss a single episode of the podcast. Sign up on Apple Podcasts or Spotify today. So we'll see you next time on the GGB Podcast.